Yeah, you could start whenever. I'm still waiting for roll 20. It's been an absolute
What's up,
arse,
podcast fans?
for me.
Hey guys.
Is it page unresponsive? Click to wait for page to load. It's just been an absolute arse bag
This
tonight.
session's going to be messy, isn't it?
And I'm on Google Chrome, which is supposed to be the right one.
Do you want us to do a wee bit of RP
Oh,
before
come on.
you jump in, Graham?
Yeah, everybody chat while I'm still trying to get everything loaded. But normally I load this stuff up like way in advance of the session, so I don't have to wait for everything to load. But I literally got in 15 minutes ago.
Well, as I said, Henreck is just like literally looking at the sword with absolute massive eyes in his face.
And this is the sword we took from that
Yes,
dude.
It's not a sword, it's a lance.
the
Oh, it's
death.
a
We'll call,
lance.
we'll call it the
Death
death lance. Yeah,
Death lance.
yeah.
But it's not a sword, it's a lance.
So is Henrik like?
I'm pretty
just
sure it was a lance. I will double check.
Yeah.
Go on.
I say, so is Henrik just looking at it, or is he kind of like doing some maneuvers?
No, he's just looking at it. He's very, very intrigued. I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna take it out the sheath, and then I'm sort of like, as Cat mentions, I'm just gonna sort of like throw it around a wee bit, kind of play around, and then I'm just gonna continue to just be amazed by it.
If you're swinging it around,
Yeah. What do you want me to roll?
You want everybody else to roll a deck
do a
save.
dex save.
Say again, mate.
I think we're having connection issues.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, yeah.
You're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Messenger has frozen. Am I back? Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah, Messenger froze. Everything is just being an absolute arse tonight. I don't
So what do
like
you want me to roll?
Mondays.
Anything.
Dex save, just to make sure you don't accidentally stab anybody.
Dex.
And just tell me what you roll, because I'm not on roll 20
Cool.
yet.
Right, a dex save. Does everyone else need to roll a dex save so I don't hit anyone?
No, we're going to see how well you control the thing. If you control it well, nobody else needs to try and dodge it. If you control it shit,
Roll
everyone else
13
needs to roll.
plus 1, 14.
14.
I'd say, like, No, I was gonna say I'd
Who
say
has
like the
bad
tall, I'd say like the
dexterity?
tall ones have to like Riven, Hillman, they're fine, but I think like Fuego and
Yeah, you'd be over their head. So yeah, Voltaire, Fuego. Yeah, can you just roll dex saves to dodge Henreck's wildly flailed about Deathland?
Oh, 19 for Baltair.
And Fuego.
Oh, 19 again.
And there's me and Haleman just chilling
that
down.
that is fine. No, nobody gets hit with the thing. That is fine.
We just feel like a wind over our hair.
Good because I don't have it loaded up yet, so I couldn't even tell you what the damage would have been on it.
I'm throwing it around like I'm like a pure jest, like a no jest, like a sword, like a proper swordsman. I'm like guys, look at this thing. It's so powerful.
Henrik, just be careful. Just be
I
careful
don't-
around like people.
I don't think one man shouldn't hold all this power. And then I sheathe the sword. And then how close are we to the water?
You're on the world map.
All right. So yeah, so 1 square. What does that count as?
It was quite a way, I think.
I don't know. A lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good distance.
It's supposed to be
Henrik
quite a lot.
Henrik starts walking the direction of the
Tell
water.
you if it would fucking load.
Did we?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just say for argument's
From
sake,
where we
because
are,
it's
it's
still
saying
not loaded,
50
that you're
miles
near
away
enough
from the water.
that you can...
Oh my god! Right, I'm going to do a light jog towards the water.
50 miles.
I think.
Yeah.
A very light 50-mile jog.
Early morning jog catches the worm and stuff.
Well, you had horses.
True,
Remember,
yeah.
you had horses. You could
Right, so
quickly nip on a horse
I
if
go
you
over to
want.
Baldy and
So,
says,
I mean,
can I borrow this? And I just kind of slowly grab the reins off him and then like jump on the horse and then I go towards the water.
Why?
And
Why are you going towards the water,
Where are you off
Henreck?
to?
like I says, this
We're
is
on a
too
mission.
this is too powerful for one man. So I run.
We'll
I
share it.
start galloping away and I, I throw the sword in the water.
yep, that's fine. That's fine.
Well,
Could have sold it.
yeah, I mean, but talking about too much power for one person.
Wait, so
I
am I away now? Or like,
I could have had it.
I think isn't it like the same? What size is a lance? Is it bigger than a longsword?
Pretty friggin' big, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lance is it's like a javelin on steroids, so it's like a 2 times length javelin. It's like think like a spear. You know when you see spearmen like in medieval films where they've got a spear
Well,
that they use to sort of fight off horses when they're running in. Yeah, that's what a lance is. It's a
Phalanx.
big, long.
Phalanx.
Yeah.
I could definitely have wielded that.
So yeah, I come back. I come back with no sword.
Hailman will pull out 2 wands and he will just say, talking about too much power, I still have these 2 wands. Now,
Why don't you give one to Riv, seeing as she wanted the sword?
well, this one here, I'm going to keep for myself. This one of wonders, I just feel it's too powerful just to be left used for any shenanigans and silly reasons. But I have all of us, I'm afraid, Riv. But this is a wand of lightning, and I'm quite happy to let somebody else use this. As long as you're a spellcaster, I believe you can use this.
Oh, so you're talking about me.
Yeah. Everyone except Henreck.
Wait, you've just thrown away a magic sword. Do you think I'm going to give you a magic item?
You'll probably throw that in the lake as well.
And then I unsling my cleave and I'm like, I've only recently just found out this is also magic, so I know my way around magic items, my little friend. It was too powerful for one person to hold.
Well, then I would have held it with you.
And me.
No.
It's happened now. It's gone.
Yeah.
But anyway, who wants this wand of lightning bolt? I don't want to hoard everything myself.
I'll look back.
Yeah.
Why don't you rock, paper, scissors it?
Are you sure? Is it wise? Lightning, you say? Cool.
I've got a lightning one, but it's a big stick, and then I whip out the lightning javelin. I just realised what I said.
I've got a big one, and then I'll whip it out. This is not that kind of a dungeon. Essentially, yes, you have sort of come away from the cave.
Hold on, and then I
you're
turn
sort of
around to
back out on the
the
main road.
princess and the guards. I'm like, hi.
Oh yeah. Who are you?
Oh no, they
They buggered off. Right,
I
okay,
thought
okay.
did we
Oh,
not
they
say they
gone?
buggered off? I thought we said they buggered off. Yeah, they buggered off. I think we did it. I
Right.
think we said that just for sort of wrapping up the session purposes, though. So we can retcon that and say that they're still there if you had something that you wanted to ask
Yeah.
or any sort of specific stuff you wanted to know. We can retcon that and say they've not buggered off and they're just sort of getting prepared to
So where
set
are you
off at
guys
the same time as
from?
you.
What's your names? I was talking to the guards.
The guards.
Yeah. So just genuinely asking the questions about to the guards.
So Henreck genuinely wants to ask the guards what their names are and where they're from.
Oh, thinking.
Time to very quickly improvise
Steve.
NPC names that I hadn't planned on. The brightest tool.
It's not a torch.
Painted them all in high, except one. Yeah. Can anybody remind me how many guards were left alive?
Two outside, yeah.
Two in the cage, wasn't
I
there?
feel like it was
Yeah.
two. Yeah. Yeah, so 2 guards. Okay, so yeah, Henrik asked that question of the 2 guards that I assume are like bridling up a horse and getting things sorted. The nearest one to you will just reply and say, "Our names are Bill and Ben."
Oh, I thought he was going to say Ted.
Excellent.
It was either that or Dick and Dom.
They have.
We are
Do they
from
have flowers on their
the
chest,
desert
on their
lands to
armor?
the south.
Yeah, that's fine.
They do, yeah. Yeah, the royal insignia
Sweet.
is a rose, and they wear it proudly. But it's a
Awesome.
potted rose, so they are
Hey.
Bill and Ben, the flower pot men, yes.
Amazing.
How far away is your
It's
town?
red. We are many days' journey from
Well, as far as I'm aware, there's a
Uh,
town not too far away from here. We could all travel there, rest up, and then head to the sand town.
we may stop in that town, or we may carry on and just make camp as we go. It depends purely upon the princess's wishes.
What is the princess's name? I don't think I caught that.
No, I didn't either. I probably wasn't paying attention though.
Pretty mama.
It would be disrespectful for us to answer on her behalf. If you wish to know the name of the princess, you must address the princess directly.
Riff curtsies.
Yeah, it's a Shana. No, imagine.
Don't do that. You're going to kill me.
Yeah, no, she will introduce herself and confirm that her name is Ashana, Princess
Riff
Ashana.
curtsies. Quite clumsily. But...
Helm in Bowers. Pleasure to meet you, Your Highness.
Hi, I'm Riv.
What? Why was you in that place? I mean, I don't know if you've already told my friends this, but why was you taken prisoner?
We were traveling from my home to what did I name the big? Was it Redwind? Yeah, we were traveling from my home to Redwind for supplies. There are many things that they get through on the port that we can't get in our desert lands to the south. So once every month or moon cycle, we make the journey, collect supplies, and provisions and take them back to the town. Whilst it is not my responsibility to do so, as a cleric, I do feel that, or as a healer, that I journey with the men should they befall any harm along the way, that I can heal their wounds and keep them whole.
Very brave of you.
That's cool, your princessishness.
Sorry, I got 3 people at once then. Yeah, we were on our way back from getting the supplies. Most of the supplies have been taken, so we will need to make the journey again, but my men need to rest and we need a larger retinue of guards to travel back. Many of my men have fallen and I need to return to town, to the city, and inform their families and loved ones before setting out to journey again.
Just a quick and rather important information gathering question here. Is there a tavern or a pub in nearby towns?
The nearest town to where we are now is colloquially known as Nowhere, as it's a place where people tend to go just to disappear.
I turn to everyone and
be
kind of
unknown.
look at everyone going, that's where Ponytail was supposed to be.
I thought we got to look in the arse end.
Yeah, the arse end's in Nowhere, is it not?
I don't know whose arse we need to look in, but apparently it's there.
As we're saying that, Fuego's looking at the princess's arse. I'm going to turn to the princess and say to her, is the pub by any chance known as the Arse End?
I'm unsure of a pub called Arse End, but there is a pub or a tavern called Arse End.
Ah, that's it. Well, I think we're all heading in the same direction, so I suggest we all head that way.
It's a team-up adventure, yeah!
Everybody cool with that? No, nothing further. Everyone wants to just carry on along the road, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
good?
will load up Neil, the donkey, and get on and ride the cart alongside these guards and princess and whatnot.
Wait, what am I abusing? Oh no! I would never abuse the horse.
So Fuego wants to try and travel with the princess's guards. Because they had their own... Well, yeah, they had their own transport. I believe they had a carriage which they will have righted by now, because it was attacked on the road, wasn't it? So yeah, they'll have righted that. So Fuego has shot the... Fuego has shot the princess.
No. We're all riding along
the
road, and then his body just falls out the carriage.
Oh my gosh, the princess!
And now she's trying to persuade the guards not to tell anybody.
Yeah, please don't tell me. It's cool. What are you trying to persuade? Oh, do you mean just to see if they'll let you ride with them? Okay. Yeah, they're quite happy for you to ride alongside as like additional guarding.
I'm gonna walk up to the guards and say, "Have you boys got any sort of smoking things to smoke? Got a pipe, maybe?"
We have this local herb called flobberdober weed.
And I look at it, and then I look at Hellman because I might be wrong, but I like the halflings like smoking stuff.
I would happily, if I can roll a history or something to see if I've come across this one before.
Yeah, by all
You're gonna
means.
kill me, Graham. You're gonna kill me.
I've wrote that down anyway, so it's canon now.
Why? Why am I going to kill you?
Laugh like this.
Or do you just mean with the funnies?
So,
Oh, right, okay. I thought you meant you were going to do
No,
something to
as
wind
you
me
make
up.
me laugh too much, it makes me cough.
Yep, Haleman is very familiar
well,
with
but
the blobber.
does he know if it's good quality smoking weed or is it like?
Oh,
So
hang on.
Oh, it's the best. It's the
so
best.
I'll have a look at it. I'll just turn Henreck and this is some really good tobacco.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Is it a tobacco or is it a weed?
It's a dried weed which turns into a
Uh,
tobacco type substance. I'm guessing.
I mean, you do a nature check to see if you're aware of any hallucinogenic
Wait, is this
properties
me
that
or
it
is this
may or may not
Hillman? Sorry.
for Haleman. He's aware of it. He's heard of it.
So-
He's definitely heard of it. Whether he smoked
Oh.
it
So
or
it's
not
16
before.
for my nature.
Haleman knows that this is a narcotic substance and will cause hallucinations if imbibed in large quantities. Whether Haleman chooses to share that information with Henreck or not before watching him get stoned is entirely up to Haleman.
He will turn to Henreck straight away and say, "Whatever you do, don't inhale too much of it."
Henreck is already smoking it.
I am gonna conjure. Well, I'm gonna summon my mage hand to try and pull the pipe out of his hand without him realizing. If I can, then
But it's in my mouth.
yeah, mage hand will just pull it out your mouth. Then
Alright. Can
the
I?
actual pipe.
We'll do a constitution check to see if he's already smoked
So just
too much for it to matter.
concentration check. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sweet.
so roll the d20, add your constitution save.
13 plus 5, 18.
Like,
Sweet.
yeah, no, you're not high yet, so yeah, you're not stoned. He will, because there's not really a way to fight back against a mage hand. It will get pulled out of your mouth if you want to try.
No,
And
I'm gonna like. I see the mage hand and I'll go. Oh, here you go, human. If you want to try it, you just need to ask. Don't need to take it off me. Come on.
So mage hand will bring it over to Haleman, and Haleman is going to just kind of stop it. No, he's going to try and pull it out. Use prestidigitation just to like get rid of the flame on there, so it's not burning anymore. And just you've had enough for now, Henreck. Save some for later. We're supposed to be protecting the princess. I think we need to keep our wits about us.
You can't be going around getting and confused by it.
She's getting used to for that, but she doesn't need us.
Listen, just go and have something to eat. Go and have a snack. Have a lay down. You'll be fine in a bit.
Oh no, sorry, I'm not allowed to because we're defending a princess. Henreck's thumbs off.
Henreck's really salty because he's had his fun spoiled.
I rolled an 8, and so I haven't a clue what all this is about.
No, you don't know what any of this is. Yeah, you don't know what they're arguing over. You've just seen Henreck steal a pipe
Gnomes are more into mushrooms.
off of Henreck and just be like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't smoke underground. It's all mushrooms and.
After Henreck does storm off, though, I'm just going to put the pipe with what's left of it in my bag just in case it's ever useful.
Add it to your sheet.
No problemo. I'm just gonna be. Can you try and swipe it from the card? Well, from Haleman's bag. Yeah.
I would say if you're.
I don't. You wouldn't be bypassing them. You'd like a caravan, aren't you? So it's one in front of the other. You wouldn't be going past them. Because you're not overtaking. You'd just be them in front, you guys behind.
I'm walking.
No, they're
I'm
on
walking.
the horse and car, aren't they? Them guys, and then you're in the carriage. So Henreck's walking, but
Yeah, Haleman was getting.
How are people
I
moving?
bought the cart and the donkey called Neil, so I'm on that.
I'm going to sit on the cart as well.
So I'll be driving the cart.
Right, have you guys set off currently? Like when all of this with the smoking is
Both
happening,
were
was this
moving, so
before
like,
you
as
started moving or
everyone was
whilst you
moving.
were moving? So Henreck's what jumped
Henreck's been
off
walking the full
and
time. He just
walked
walks alongside
alongside.
everything, just in case anything does kick off. He's like the first to go for it.
Right. Okay.
What?
I-
No,
Because he's high.
Why?
no, he's not.
Well, no, it's not too bad. No,
He's
yeah.
not high. No, he passed his constitution check. He isn't high. He's just got a nice, happy little buzz on. Oh yeah. He wandered off because Haleman took his
I'm really
drugs away.
turning Henreck into some like emotional, unvulnerable guy now, Anna.
Okay, what I think I'm going to do now,
Yes.
because we're getting a little bit off track and stuff, is I am going to fast forward us. Please tell me I've prepared it. Not exactly, but I've got one that'll do. That's fine. You don't have tokens on it yet. I will add them shortly. But you
No map.
arrive
No map. That is pitch black.
in a town.
Ooh, it's nighttime.
So you're now in a town. It's got fucking automatic
Fog of
fucking dynamic
war.
lighting enabled because it's a bought map. Yeah, let me just turn off the dynamic lighting.
Oh!
1 second.
Yes.
Right, I
Yeah,
should fix
see
it.
it.
Can you see the town now? Yeah, right, okay. Right, you've arrived in town. They have also arrived and have gone on to find somewhere to stay. If you could all have a quick 5-minute discussion about what you want to do in town, I'm going to go pee
Cool.
and I'll be back.
I'll just be 2 seconds, but I'll be back in a minute, guys.
I think we should go tavern, but not for the drink. Henreck winks at Voltaire. Not for the drink, but to find Fuego, to find Ponytail.
Yeah, we need to find out some intel on Ponytail.
Yes. I was going to ask. So remember the last time with that wizard in the manor? He did a magic trick where like it showed an image of Ponytail.
Mhm.
Is anyone else able to do that?
Yeah, I've got minor illusion.
Right, that's fine then.
You've got what, sorry? I don't know what that one does.
Yeah, same. Ah. Brilliant. Because that's what I was going to say. Like, see, when we get there, instead of us having to like describe Ponytail, we could be like, "Have you seen this individual?"
Yeah, I can do that with minor illusion, and by the sounds of it, Angela can do that as well.
Sounds good.
Pub.
Yeah. No, no. To me, on my screen, it looks like he's doing the Doctor No thing.
It just says his video is paused to me.
Me too.
Scott, we were
I've
just
got-
saying that
I've got muffled.
I think we're going to go and try and find if anyone knows about Ponytail.
Yes, that's exactly what Haleman is planning. We're going to do anyway, going and asking around and.
While we're in town, Henreck goes up to Hillman and is like, "I'm sorry, but when we hissy fit, you just took my drugs off me, and you took my fun away from me, and I won't let that happen again, okay? Okay." And I walk away.
I just turn to whoever sat with me and just be like, I don't mean to be a buzzkill, but someone has to act at least somewhat responsible some of the time. I don't want it to be me, but what?
It's a heavy burden. I fully understand what it
I'm
means to be
always
so
the bad guy.
responsible.
Always the
All
bad
right,
guy.
Dad. God. It's so unfair.
I don't know if he starts drinking, he's probably going to want to end the night with another toke or two.
Why have we made Henreck a stoner?
They've made me like a problem guy. Like I was fine with him being the way he was, but yeah, that's true. Did you hear anything we planned, Graham? So
No, I wasn't sat here the entire time, but Angela's sent me a message. It looks like apparently I was here the entire time.
yeah,
I
we were
did
saying that you
disappear
look different and
upstairs
all
for a
our
good couple of
things.
minutes.
No, buffer on mine. Anyway,
Am I moving now? No.
Just
Am I moving now?
says you're paused to me.
Yeah.
No.
Still hear you
yeah.
fine.
Well, I can see.
Yeah.
I can see me moving.
No, but
I'll
we're just
turn
saying
my
we're all
camera off,
planning on
it's
going to the
fine.
tavern or the pub.
Right. Okay. That's nice.
No, but where are we? Where
Do
are
you know
we
where
in
it
the,
is?
in relation to like the map? I
I don't know. Where do you want to be?
I actually
You entered town from the northeast,
I
so you would have
imagine
come in up
see
here.
the one with the water in front of it. I actually think that might be it in the waters for like yeah.
Well, that one there. Did we what? Sorry. Sorry. What?
Oh.
Nope. No, you've not had a rest.
Yeah, let's find the tavern. Yeah,
You're in a town. You may be able to find accommodation somewhere, and unless you want to just go sleep in
depending
a
if
bush.
Henry has a drink tonight, that might be the case. But let's find.
So you want to go
I'm
to this
assuming that's
building
the tavern.
here?
We can always just ask somebody actually.
I mean, you could
Can I
look
check to see if I
around,
see anyone, please?
see if you can see anybody. Yeah, you don't need to do a roll for it. I
Cool.
mean,
I'm
it's
just going to walk up to
daytime,
like
it's
some person
town,
and be like,
there's
"Excuse
people
me, where is
everywhere.
a local establishment for alcohol and beverages?"
It depends. Do you want? It's do you want highbrow? Do you want mid range? Do you want?
I'm
We
going
need
to
the
turn to.
What are you looking for?
arse end.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, we're looking for a specific one actually. We're looking for the Arse of End pub.
Do you mean Arsens?
Aye, that one, pal.
Right. Easy enough to find. It's in the centre of town.
Oh, no danger. Where was you, Faye?
And he gestures towards the tavern,
Cool.
which is the building in the centre of town. Which
So
is
yeah,
the
we
one
just
that you thought.
start walking towards that one, and then I give the guy a wee handshake and he says, "Lovely accent," and then walk away. No, it was good.
It just came out.
It was good.
Love it.
Oh no! Let's start it nice and easy. Whiskey, not just yet.
So, can I just ask if this bar is
Okay.
so
So
if this tavern is kind of on the shadier end of the Michelin fantasy star rating, can I look and see if there's any shady types inside?
Who said it was a shady establishment?
Right. So.
Just because Ponytail was last seen there doesn't mean it's a shady.
I was going to say Ponytail was last time we seen. I was going to say last time we seen Ponytail, she was like performing in the tavern. So I imagine she's trying to perform in one of the good end ones.
Not the arse end ones.
But that aside, if you want to, before approaching the tavern, sort of scout out around town and see if you can find any of the shadier elements of the area and see who knows what, etc. That is definitely something that we can do. So I assume then, whilst Henreck is talking to the local gentleman that he spoke to, Rivers sidled off to start sort of snooping around to see if she can see any rough-looking types. Okie dokie. Roll me a perception check.
Ugh. 10.
I mean, you don't see anybody particularly dodgy looking. Like, there's nobody, clearly picking pockets or rinsing people. There's a couple of there's a person sort of with a stall set up running what appears to be some sort of shell game. That may be honest, may not be. You can't really tell. But that's pretty much all you can sort of see about town from where you are without
Are
having
there
a
any
more
thieves'
in-depth
cant
scout
symbols
about.
around?
What would that come under? Yeah, do me another perception. Now that you're
Ooh,
looking for
21.
thieves' cants instead of dodgy
Yes.
keys.
Nice.
Looking around, you can see varying different symbols on basically every building in town. And you would know from your background and understanding and ability of reading these some of them are marking them as places with worthwhile things to steal. Some of them are being marked as places that you don't rob. And there is one such sign on the tavern that's been pointed out, and a couple of other places. But, and there's a few that just say, not worth stealing. So yeah, you can sort of see symbols here and there, sort of denoting whether any of the particular buildings are worth looking in for.
But the tavern says,
prospective
"Do not
thieves.
steal from here."
Basically, it
Cool.
says, "Yeah, do not rob this place. It's off
Interesting.
limits."
I will respect the thieves' code.
Anybody else wanting to do anything?
Not that I can think of.
No, I'm happy to go into the inn.
Okay, so just if there was any other RP people wanted to do so, Henreck's then come back and said, "It's that one over there," and pointed at the big tavern. So you all, I assume,
Actually,
as a
sorry,
group, approach the
can I
tavern.
do a quick one? Like, I just want to see if it sounds really silly, but can I check to see if there's anything I can notice about my family? If there's anything like barbarian-ish nearby?
We're nearby.
Yeah, sure.
Nah,
Do a
that's going to be a
perception check.
2, so it's I see nothing.
You see,
You are the most barbarian thing in the area. You look around, and the only thing you see is your own reflection in a window.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. So do you want to just roam about town and see if there's anywhere you'd be able to sell bits, or ask someone if there's like a local apothecary or something? So you just asking a random pedestrian. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they'll respond that there's an apothecary in town. They're over on the west side of town. For all intents and purposes, we'll just say it's this building here. Not that that makes much difference, but yes, there is an apothecary in town that you will be able to offload various creature parts that you don't want to keep a hold of. We will determine the value of them. So before you go in the pub, so that is fine. Well, what we'll do before we do that is we'll approach the pub, because as you all get to the pub and try the door, you find the door locked and a sign on the front which reads "Closed for a private function, open again in the evening." So the pub is currently
that could just
locked.
be a suggestion.
So Baltar, I expect, then wants to. Well, I mean, it could
A locked
be.
door is always just a suggestion.
So yeah, I mean, I know. Very true. I know Baltair wants to go off to the apotheker, so we'll assume that he says, "Oh well, they're locked. I'll come back in a bit," and wanders off to sell his creature parts. Baltair sneaks away and goes to sell his creature parts. That's absolutely fine. No one has currently noticed he's missing, because let's just assume that he was hanging out the back. Fuego's touching himself. That's fine.
That's true.
Yeah, that's fine. Baltair sells his creature parts for 25 gold. There's not really. They'll be We'll just it's a fairly decent sized town, so there'll be pretty much whatever sort of shop you need somewhere around.
While this is all
yeah.
going on, I'm going to turn to Riv and assuming me, Riv, and Hillman are still at
Outside.
the inn.
Yeah.
And until you tell me otherwise that you want to
Cool.
go somewhere else, I mean,
I'm
you're
just-
currently
yeah, I'm
just
gonna
stood outside the pub waiting for him to open.
I'm going to turn to Riv and just going to say,
Unless you wanna go do-
maybe find a, I'll be sneaky wee in potentially.
I already want to look in. I want to see what's going on. Are there any windows where I can peek in or climb
Yeah, I
up?
was going
and
to
have a
say,
look
like, can I give like Riv a punty to help her up to see a window?
We
Riv has slippers of spider climbing, so she can literally
yeah.
just walk up the wall.
we're in a new town. We don't know anything here. Maybe it's best to just be a law-abiding citizen.
I want to know.
I mean, it's not against the law to peek through.
Well,
Depends what the function is.
I'm just looking.
Do as you wish, Riv. I mean, I'm not going to tell. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do, but
I mean, we'll say that Henreck's giving Riv a leg up because that's what they asked if they could do, so that's fine. So yeah, you find a window and you give Riv a leg up. If you want to roll perception to see if you see anything of worth inside.
17.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's fine. So you look through the window and you see a lot of sort of solemn-looking
Ooh.
people sort of sitting around, and what appears to be the form of a body laid out across a table with a sheet over the top. So it looks
shit.
as though you're kind of looking in on somebody's
Yikes.
wake.
And and I definitely go, yikes. And it's like, let's go down. It's like,
Yeah, I drop her. Like not like literal drop her, just
Drop a deck save.
do you really want me to do a dex save?
No, I'm joking. He puts you down. It's
Yeah,
fine.
no, it's awake. There's a body in there. Let's come back.
did you see if it was
Now, who feels bad?
wait, just before we leave. Was it a male or female?
Don't know. It looked kind of bodyish. It was covered in a sheet. It looked more like a ghost or a piece of furniture. Couldn't tell.
what time of day did we get into town, Graham?
Sort of early afternoon, sort of. I'm gonna say around, if it was real lifetime, 3-ish.
This afternoon.
Thank you.
I suppose we could just sort of mumble about town and then come back.
You've got like four hours to kill. We'll say the reopening at. Let's just say it doesn't say evening. It says opening again at 7, and that's when it's going to be open. So you got 4 hours to kill.
Why don't we go to another pub and then find out more information about this pub?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Really? You don't know these people, Fuego.
Rather than try and find an inn with actual rooms, just knock on a door. Can I have a sleep in your bed,
If you're
please?
really that tired, I can get my tent out and you could sleep in there. I mean, I don't think we need to.
You might get moved on by local law enforcement if you try pitching a
Okay,
tent in the street.
before we go, how about this? We're going to go. Yeah.
What I'm hinting at is you'll have the opportunity for at the least a short rest if you find one of the open pubs in town and sleep there.
Yeah, that's it.
Just please don't make me have to role playing you knocking on someone's door. Can I sleep here, please?
Yeah, we'll do that. Then we'll go and...
No flirting. I am too tired for that.
I think
Not tonight, love. I've got an headache.
I definitely think we should. I definitely think we should find somewhere else. I don't really want to break into a funeral again. I've done that. That was bad.
Yeah, I've got standards for that. So let's go find the other pub, and then we shall gather information. Some of us can rest if we want to, and we will take it from there.
Let's just assume that you also found out that this is a nearby pub which is more upscale, and this is a nearby pub which is more sort of low
three
rent.
in the exact same trucks. Oh, okay. So yeah.
Well, yeah, they're competing businesses. This one's winning.
Yeah.
It's a very small
Yeah.
town. Okay.
So yeah, we walk to. Do we walk
How-
to the big, the
How
fancy one?
are we feeling? How is everyone going to be on their best behaviour?
Wait.
They went off to find other. So they went off to find lodgings. They will
All I was
be
gonna
in
say
the
was, why don't
fancy
we
one.
split it up then? Like some of us go the fancy, some of us go like the other one.
Send all the low rent members of the party to the cheap pub. Valtaire, you look like a scruff. Get to the poor place. Is that what Henreck
Henrek's already
suggested?
heading towards the fancy one. Listen. I wasn't going to say anything, but if that is what you believe, then you believe that, son. Okay. Now you.
If the
Which one looks like most fun? Is there like party noise coming out from one of them? Cheering.
I mean, yeah, the lower rent place, the sort of the poorer pub. Lots of like raucous activity, lots of shouting, jeering, cheering, partying.
Henrek's going to go there then.
But the smell from the rich place it smells like the finest food you've smelled in
Hellman's going there.
weeks and weeks and weeks.
Mm.
I thought you might.
Henrek's going to what? Henrek's going
So
poor.
Hellman and Fuego are going fancy. Henrek's going poor. Where's Riv going?
So who's gone where?
Valtaire's going poor.
So who's gone
just
where?
Riv then. So Hailman and Fuego have gone fancy. Valtaire and
Riv's
Henreck
just
have
going
gone
to stand in
poor.
the middle, just be like, but food, party, food, party.
Good food, comfy beds, or shit beds, partying and cheap beer.
Food.
Those are basically your
I think
options.
food. She's remembering the sausages from a
Good
long
food.
time
So
ago.
Riv's going fancy.
Just before we
Well, there's rotten sausage.
before we all separate though, Hailmid will just turn to Baltair and Henrik and just be like, just be wary in here. We don't know if Ponytail's been here, if any enemies of hers or even our own now are here. We could be going into somewhere dangerous. We could be going into behind enemy lines without knowing it. So
Actually,
just be
that's the
careful.
point. Do you think I should go and keep an eye on them?
Well, I trust them both. So I think if they can gather information from there, we can gather any information from the other inn, and we can see what happens. And we can always meet back at the other place when it's open, and we can ask about Ponytail then.
Cool.
Just be careful, guys.
I missed all of this. What happened?
To be honest, that's pretty much what Henreck would have said anyway. So
Yeah.
Best behaviour.
be careful.
All right. Okay. And then I'm just going to start walking towards the boat here.
Okay. Right. So, because there's less of you in the poor pub, we'll go poor pub first, and then we'll go to the bigger pub because there's more people there.
1 minute.
So poor pub, we've got Valtaire and Henreck.
So, oh wait, is it just the two of us?
I've not got maps set up for these things. Yeah, just the two of you. The
So I'm
onto
imagining it's like the saloon
other
doors, like the kind
places,
of
so.
bendy doors. You just sort of walk in, and I'm like, "Evening, chaps." Go straight to the pub. Go straight to the bar. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. The two of you walk in, I assume, together. As you enter, you see, plenty of rough types, sort of big burly blokes. A couple of people arm wrestling, playing a bit of five-finger fillet, that knife game, that, sort of your typical rough pub scene. Some people playing dice, some people playing cards, that sort of a thing. And then, like, sort of middle-aged looking sort of half orc barman just sort of polishing, like cleaning out tankards with a dirty rag, that sort of thing. You sort of
Yeah.
rough and ready, rough and tumble pub. You know the scene. Yep. So you're approaching the bar. I assume. Are you approaching together or separately, or
Up the alley because I'm heading towards the bar. So
you approach together?
Evening,
That's fine. You
barkeep.
go up to the bar.
2 pints of vitamin T, please.
Evening. Pretty sure it's fucking sunlight
Is everyone in this
outside.
fucking town Scottish? I look outside and I'm looking around and like, am I in fucking Glasgow?
He headbutts you.
So I come back in and I basically say to him, right. And I was going to say to him, right, 2 pints of Terence, please. Super,
Is that
please.
super or just normal? He pulls you 2 pints of this
And
world's
then I'm
version of a
going to
tenant super.
cheers.
Yeah.
Balti, yep, you know
That'll
what
be
to do.
2 silver.
I'm sipping my drink.
He catches the gold and then pours you like
Henreck's
8 more. There you go.
I was
I
going to
can
say
go all night
Henreck's eyes getting massive
serving you
because
2
he's like,
wankers.
more pints have just arrived.
Well, 1 gold. If it's a silver apiece, that's 10 pints. So you've now
Henreck is
got
like
5
being
pints
heavily, and
apiece
I'm going
on
to
the
turn to
bar in
both of
front
you
of
and I'm
you,
going to
pulled
say,
and ready.
so do you want to make this interesting?
Oh, I think I should have gone with them.
Are we rolling for drinking contest?
I'm gonna ask to do a drinking competition with both of you. Okay.
Okay. Right. Let's go with
Okay.
athletics to see you drink some faster.
I got a 15 plus 7.
So 22,
Okay.
14. So Henreck drinks his faster. Now I want Constitution saves from both of
Yeah,
you.
I thought that'd be the
Disadvantage for
case.
Henreck because he next is quickest.
A disadvantage as well. Hold on. Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sounds like you rolled worse. What'd you get, Callum?
I rolled a 1.
Right. Okay. So based on your Constitution, I
Yeah.
guess that'll probably be about a 6 overall. Yeah. Yeah. So Henreck's wankered. Voltaire's tipsy, still
In that
able
case,
to
I turn
keep
around
his
to the
wits
bar and I
about him.
basically say to him, who in here knows information about a small... What? I'm asking questions. Shh. Is that a threat?
Oh no, you both decked all 5, but yeah.
Oh. I'm going to turn around to the barman. Is it barman? Yeah. I'm going to turn around to the barman, basically say to him, like,
Yeah,
listen,
barman,
pal, listen. Listen. I'm looking for a lassie. She's yay high, and then sees I say yay high, I'm like putting my hand down to where like Rev's height would be. And as I do that, I tip over the chair, and my head hits the floor basically.
Oh, I
And
should have gone to.
I look at I look at both of you, and I'm like, mate, you need to you do the talking. And then I look around the rest of the bar and I try and see if there's like an empty chair at like one of the arm wrestling chairs.
Yeah.
Go on.
Come. No, you go first, Ali. You go first. Yeah. I think I'm on a delay because everyone seems to respond to me a few seconds later. Sorry, I think I'm on some sort of delay.
Right, go for it now.
3, 2, 1, go.
Is this both of you? Or just right? So,
Okay. So he's. I was just making sure you were
yeah,
finished
yeah.
before I started. So he's going to, upon mention of the description you've given, he's going to immediately sort of avert his eyes and just go about his business, and then just sort of be like, "We don't talk about it around here, mate."
That's Henreck. So Henreck's come back to the bar now at this point. He's like, you know what? Why don't
Dramatic.
no, shh, we're fine. Why don't we talk about she who shall not be named?
What part of we don't talk about around here do you not understand?
All of it.
He's gonna whistle, and then sort of wave, and you sort of notice behind you 2 very heavy-looking fellas, sort of approach from behind and go,
I
"We've got a problem
turn
here,
around
boss."
to the two of them and I'm like, oh, sorry, boys, you two wanting pints, right? You jump in there. I'm going to continue to talk to the big man. As you were saying, sir.
Henrik gets a hand on the shoulder, and a stern look saying, "Have we got a problem here?" And he's going to look at the guy behind the bar, and then he's going to look at you two and go, "I don't know, lads. Have we got a problem here?"
Yeah, you know what? Could we fight them if it came to it? I know we're not meant to be doing combat, but
You can fight you can fight them if you want. I'm not going to reveal anything in. Go on.
they don't own the bar. I won't fight that one. I'll fight these two though, maybe.
Which are you for?
How about this? And I looked at the tavern owner. One of these boys against your fine good self here. If I win, you talk about Voldemort. Wait, what one's? No, not Voldemort. She who shall not be named. Sorry, not Voldemort. Where did Voldemort come from? Anyway, if I batter your wee boy here, you tell me what you know. Deal?
That's not how it works, mate. I've got 10 more where he came from. You batter him, the rest of them will stay your wedding.
You know what? I know when I'm not wanted. And then I just sort of walk out, grab a whiskey bottle, and then leave 2 gold coins on the table and walk out.
You just hear from behind you, ha, that was only a 5
As he
silver
says
bottle,
that,
dickhead.
I take a swig of it. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Right, hold on.
That's
No,
going to be another
trying to think
constitution
after
save
that.
if you're drinking
Right,
more
hang
alcohol.
on. I'm gonna. Yeah, because I'm just trying to think.
Thinking
I'm gonna
fist up
roll.
Henreck
I
terms.
want everyone else to have a shot, so I'm gonna roll this, and then we'll cut to them if that's okay.
Oh yeah, if something kicks
So
off
no,
now,
all I
we'll
was
cut
gonna say
across
was,
the bridge
can I
and
Oh
roll
no,
we'll
a
this
come
is
back to this
really
later.
entertaining.
I was gonna say, can I roll a D4 and then odds something bad happens, even something good happens.
If you want. All right, go on. I'll be honest with you. Money's not really the issue. I value my life, and I dare not risk it for any amount. Money's no good to me dead. I think if you've come to this town looking for her, you probably know where you need to be
Right.
looking in the first place. So if you've come to this town looking, you already know where to look.
I'm gonna roll my D4 and see what happens now. Oh wait, shit. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, there it is. Right, hold on. Yeah, so like
Odds
1 and
is,
3
was it
something
odds
good
is
happens.
bad, even is good?
2 and 4, that's yeah. Wait, that math right? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
Okay, so something
Wait,
bad's gonna happen. We'll come back to that
just before
later.
we go back, like, I want to
Let's.
like retcon it, like, so Henreck's here, somebody say that they're at the piss bottle or whatever, and then I want to make it retcon that I've just turned round and I've thrown the bottle, and then we cut back to everyone else.
Yes, that's fine. We'll cut to fancy pub now. What's everybody doing? Yeah, absolutely fine.
Riv will see this, and I'm just going to
No
try
problem.
and wipe the worst of any kind of dirt that might have come from the battle out of the way. Feels a little self-conscious.
No, you don't want to just like minor illusion.
I'll say
a
as soon
nice
as Hellman
appearance.
sees Riv doing that, he's just going to cast Prestidigitation just to give her a bit of a clean up,
Thanks.
and then do the same to himself.
So Haleman's going to prestidigitate
Yep.
all over. Right. Cool. So you've cleaned yourselves up. Fuego's wearing what looks to be a fancy suit. He's going to prestidigitate all over Riv. That's fine. And so Fuego's wearing a fancy suit. Everybody else is clean. It's funny this because it's on a delay. I say a thing, and then about 5 seconds later, everybody laughs.
Oh dear.
Genuinely feels that way.
This is so fucking random. I can't even.
I know, this is.
I don't even know when you're actively hearing me
Like,
in real life,
I can hear you
when
talk right
it's
now.
5 seconds behind. So you're here. That's what I mean. Callum's hearing me fine, but everybody else is responding
we
like
end the call
5
and then
seconds
restart it?
later. We can try that. See if that fixes things. If that's
Okay,
Right,
okay.
Right, do I end the phone call and then we'll call
Hang
back?
on. I'm going to hang up and
Right,
then
I'll
I'll
do the
connect
same.
again and see if that fixes things.
Right, 2 seconds.
Are we all hanging up or just them?
I don't know. I think just them two.
Hello.
Can you hear me in real time this time?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So there's no delay anymore.
Hello.
There may be a visual delay, so I've turned my camera off in case of any camera lag. But can you hear me in real time now?
Yes.
I think so. Yes.
Oh, good. There is no delay anymore. Fantastic.
I was going to suggest that we just all say over every time we finish speaking.
If it comes back, we may have to. Right. Okay. Fancy Pub. What is Fancy Pubbers doing now that you're all clean and ready to go?
Haleman wants to find a table and just order as much food as he can.
Cool.
He's distracted by the smells and the flavors he's guessing that are there.
Mm-hmm. No, there's no what's it? There's no maitre d' or anything like that.
Can I scope out the other people in this place? What does the clientele look like?
Do a perception and have a look around.
24. That's a crit.
They all look quite wealthy and affluent.
Do they all look relaxed and happy? There's no shady types here or any upscale other thieves or vagabonds.
Not that you can see. No, they all look fairly sort of okay.
No one running any upscale cons, things like that.
No, not in this place. This place looks fairly well put together.
Cool. Then I'm going to sit down with Hellman and try and pick a bit off everything that he's eating.
Well, he will basically one of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his legs are touching the floor as he sits down because his legs are just shaking. He's just kicking his legs. You could just he's fidgeting. He can't sit still. He's really, he's really excited about this. This is like all the traveling. He's just been thinking, I can't wait to eat some good food.
Like a hobbit at 11's is.
Exactly. Afternoon tea.
Right. Okay. So ordering food or approaching the bar, or one then the other. Lots of suggestions. You can order food at the bar. Yeah, that's fine.
Unless there's an app for that.
Yeah, so you can approach the bar and I assume order one of everything for Haleman's table. Okay. Do a persuasion for me.
Ooh. 23.
Yeah, he'll say. So he'll seem quite flustered now that there might be some sort of hoity-toity foodie in the place. So he'll sort of promise to get everyone on it as soon as possible, and they'll see what they can do to cover the costs as well. So they'll sort of apply some sort of. Yeah, we have some empty rooms upstairs. You can go up there. That's absolutely no problem at all. You can settle the bill for the room. The food will need to be paid for upon consumption. Like once it's finished, we'll charge before. So you have to pay for your. Yeah, and they'll sort of just do some totting up and say that'll be 30 gold.
She's-
Ah, my face!
I'm not paying that.
Okay, that's fine.
Thanks, Frago. I'm going to over-enthusiastically wave back again.
Hailman was smiling, but
Frago!
knife and fork on the table.
Already got napkin tucked in.
I can't wait. This place smells amazing. I can't wait to see what kind of foods they have here.
What's your favourite? What are you looking forward to?
I just like trying something new, something I've never tried before. This new land, there may be new foods here, new spices, things I've never tried before.
As long as there's not sausages. I've gone right off sausages.
I think Hailman will look in his bag to see if he still has any of the sausages from the first session. I imagine he hasn't, but
What can we roll for that to find out if there's any of the old sausages left?
Roll for survival.
Yeah.
Nature or medicine, maybe.
investigation. I'm looking in my bag, see if there's anything at the
Yeah,
bottom.
but by all means, have a dig around in the bag.
So that's a 14.
I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to find an old sausage or no?
I would think I would have already eaten them all anyway. So
I would think there would be no sausage. Yeah, that's
but
fine. No,
he is just
there's
rummaging
not-
around looking, but I think I've eaten them all already. I love sausages.
I don't know how you manage it. Anyway, so how has the food come out yet, or is it still on the way?
The food will have started to arrive in bits and pieces. They can't obviously bring one of everything out all at the same time because they've only got limited table space.
Hailman's going to pull out a bit of parchment and he's going to be kind of writing down notes as he's trying things and taking bites and asking Riv, what does that taste like to you? And
she's just like eating it, not even. It's like, nice. That's what it tastes like. Nice.
Hailman has completely lost track at this minute in time of what they come in there to actually do, and he's just totally just into this fancy food and the smells and making notes and trying to write down what he's tasting. And
It's wonderful watching Helmin but be so happy, and Riv's kind of I'm watching him eat away, but also kind of like looking around, still a little bit in awe at all the other fancy people around, and yeah. So do you think we should ask about Ponytail?
oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. And he just swallows down what he's eating, and maybe we'll ask next time somebody brings the next plate of food out. We can ask whether or not she's been like in here or whether the staff have seen us. We start with that.
That's a good idea.
And as soon as he finishes, his mouthful of something else that's on the next plate and just making notes of what things taste like. But as soon as somebody does come over, I don't know if Riv wants to do the talking.
Yeah, but they're sort of intermittently sort of here and there bringing dishes out. So yeah, if you want to ask them the next time they reach out, we'll go straight to that. Yeah.
Just be like, excuse me. Thank you for the awesome food. It's really nice. We're looking for someone. Can you help us?
The sort of the waitress bringing it over and say, well, that depends. Who is it you're looking for?
And using the suggestion from earlier, I'm going to do a minor illusion and conjure a little image, a ponytail, 3D. Looks kind of cool, hologrammy.
Okay. So she'll see that and immediately sort of go sheet white. Go, nope, don't know who that is. Don't know who that is that you might be looking for. Sorry, I need to get out and get some more dishes, and sort of turn tail and head back towards the kitchen.
Does it strike me as odd?
I don't know. Does it strike you as odd?
I don't know. Should I roll an insight?
No, I mean that's what she's done. Would Riv think that was an odd thing to do?
Probably not. No.
No. Well, then if Riv doesn't think that that's suspicious, then it's not suspicious. Not to Riv, anyway. if Riv as a character wouldn't think that was suspicious, then that is not suspicious.
Cool. She didn't know who she was, so I'll ask someone else.
Maybe she hasn't been in this establishment. Maybe she was somewhere else. Maybe the boys are having better fun in the other place, getting more information.
Cut back to our barn. The two of us are in a fist fight.
They'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
I'm sure it'll all be hilarious.
Cut to that scene. Come ahead.
Cut back to Henreck dashing a bottle against a wall at the other pub. Yeah, no, that's fine. Henreck dashes the bottle at the other pub.
No, I'll be done with it. I'll be done with everyone.
I think so. We were done at the other pub, right? Fuego's gone to meditate. Riv and Haleman are just eating food, and they said to come back, right? I've not misheard, have I?
No, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
That's what. Did I mishear? Was that's?
No,
I thought that's what somebody said.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so I've launched the bottle at the bar. What's Baltier doing? Oh, okay. I just point a finger at the bartender and basically say to him, I need to get back in character. Hold on. Listen, Fat, it was one tiny fight. All I asked was one little tiny boxing match. If you win or your guy wins, I leave town. You never see this handsome ginger face again. If I win, you answer my colleague's questions. That's all.
He's going to wave at one of the bigger, burlier blokes from earlier, who's going to walk off away from the pub at the time. And he's going to go, all right, then, tell you what, we'll not have a fight because, no one wants to see a big kick-off here. How was about you and my fella there? Why don't you arm wrestle? And we'll see who wins, shall we?
Let's do it, son. So I go over to the table and I put my arm in position for an arm wrestle.
Okay. So it's going to be athletics at disadvantage for pissed up Henreck.
Okay.
Bear in mind that 18 is +4, so 22 for the guy you're arm wrestling.
Cool. Right.
Come on, Henrik. Over the top.
I got a 13 plus 7.
Yeah, so that's a 20. So you lose the arm wrestle.
Ah, fuck. Best out of 3. Come on.
He'll just shrug his shoulders and look at the barman and he'll go, well, if you want a best out of 3, we can best out of 3. That's up to you.
And then I'm going to sort of signal to Baltier as if, like, come on, do something. And then I'm going to do it again.
This guy got a 6 this time, so unless you get, like, I don't even think you could lose on a 1 with a disadvantage.
Nah, because I got a 6 and then I got a natural 20. So
It'd still be the 6, but it's plus some, so it still beats the 6.
7.
So yeah,
So,
you
yeah.
win the second arm wrestle, and it's best of 3. So third one. Well, that guy's not winning that.
Oh, no.
Can I see because it's a natural one? Can I say I snapped his arm?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Then I won that one then.
But you won either way. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Even with disadvantage, I think your strength modifier is higher than a +4, so you'd still win anyway. That's fine. So having won this, we'll say this has progressed a bit of time while this was going on. The barman's gone, well, congratulations. And what you've won is, and you see him wave, and in comes a town guard, and he just goes, a night in the cells. Get the fuck out of my pub.
Fuck you, rat bag.
So yeah, Henreck is currently being arrested. And just the one guard. They're just taking him to the drunk tank for the night to sober up and calm down.
I was just going to say, I'm just going to just before I leave, I'm just going to turn to Baltimore and be like, "You should order the deal," and then I get dragged out, obviously. So.
What deal was that? I don't know what you're referring to. I had no deal with you.
Motherfucker.
Can you what? Sorry. No, the deal was that if he beat my fellow, then I would maybe answer his questions. But that was a ruse to allow the town guard to arrive to lock his drunk ass up. I've answered your question as honestly as I can. We do not talk about that individual here. And if you've come to this town looking for them, you will know where you need to look already. So there is no more information I can give you that you will not already have. Okay. Henreck has actually been touted off to the drunk. He's in the cells.
Yep, that's fine. That's fine.
Sorry, Callum, but you got pissed and started a fight in a pub.
No, listen, I understand. I understand my actions.
You understand there are consequences to kicking off in a town.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's fine. Voltaire's going to meet everybody else at the Rich pub. We'll say we fast forward a little bit in time now. So evening's starting to set in, about 6:30, 6:45, near enough time for you to be approaching the other pub. Drunk Henreck is sat, presumably asleep now in prison.
Can we say? Can we make it like retcon that like Riv and Hillman are like chinning with a glass of champagne each, and just in the distance, outside the window, there's just like 3 guards burling away, Henrik.
We don't want that to happen because then a combat is surely gonna.
Yeah,
No,
they don't see this happen.
Yeah, because if
it can happen in the background and they've just not seen it.
Yeah.
But
No, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
if Hellman saw it, he would be straight out there
attacking town guards for no reason.
Well, just because he would just see his friend being
arrested by town guards for being drunk.
But no, he's too engrossed in chatting to Riv about food. He seems to have reverted. He seems like a younger halfling now, getting just so excited about the food and that. So yeah, he wouldn't notice that anyway.
Yeah, no worries. So they would be eating. So Baltair wants to go to the Rich pub. We'll fast forward it now so that Fuego's had his meditation/nap, and come back downstairs as well. So the rest of you are currently downstairs at the fancy pub.
If we're all still at the same table, Haleman would have put a few bits and bobs onto a separate plate, ready for when Fuego come back down. So he's set aside a meal for him.
Yeah.
And on spotting Baltair entering the restaurant, Riv's just going to stand up and shout and wave and be like, Baltair, Baltair, over here, again, completely against the general ambiance. Just be like so excited, like, over here, sit, over here, hi.
You've got to try this.
This is so cool. No idea.
I haven't got the name of all these recipes yet, but it's delicious.
Try
Some
the
sort of
grey stuff.
charred
It's
meat.
delicious.
Don't believe us? Ask the
It is. What?
Jeepers creepers. What the hell is going on? What is he doing?
Oh.
Is he safe?
Okay? Did they seem reasonable? Are the guards reasonable?
That makes sense to me. I think you've made the right choice there. But we need to be, if we want to get answers, we need to be friends with these people.
So maybe we should check on him in the morning. Oh, Henreck. Actually, the waitress did make a funny look.
Well, we was told where she was heading, so...
Oh. Ooh. I think I might know where she is.
Good evening, Fuego. Here, try this. I saved you some of the food. Well, yeah,
Helmin knows his stuff.
you're half right.
What
I
you
love food.
don't?
Well, I very rarely criticize food. So that it was amazing, but I mean, I think we need to maybe head off. But Riv's got an idea.
What if Ponytail's the one under the sheet? In that tavern, the one where there's the wake. What if she's dead? I don't know. There were people in there and they looked sad.
Plus, we were friends with her.
Until she stole our stuff.
We don't know it was her. All we know is our stuff and our friend disappeared at the same time. We've had Henreck. We've had other friends be kidnapped before and been put in jeopardy. So we don't know.
Yeah, that. Sorry about that again.
Happened to Henreck too.
Yeah, that's true. It happens too often.
Yes.
We need that stuff happening.
We don't know it. She stole. We just know that she disappeared at the same time as our things. I mean, for all we know, there was a letter signed by somebody called M.
Oh.
A Ponytail doesn't start with an M, so somebody must have taken her.
Yeah, but we know what does start with an M, and I don't want to think about stuff like that. No! No!
Itachi didn't know him, so he wouldn't have done. He's around and about.
We're letting him sleep it off. I think he's
things and reasons and stuff.
Yeah. No, I think they're going to let him out in the morning. From what Baltair says, they're treating him well.
Henreck will be out in the morning. He's slipping off a binge night in the drunk tank.
Oh
Well,
shit! Yeah, get a long
He's
rest.
got a free bed for the night.
talking about that, do we want to go back to the other pub? It should be open anytime
I think we
soon.
need to find out who was in there. We don't need a drunk Henreck at a funeral.
Thanks, Ali. Oh, music.
I assume you were moving to the next pub, so I've just moved us across.
Yeah.
So, I know, I know, I know. I'm not there, but is this the arse event?
This is the one that you were meant to go to. Yeah, this is the arse end. Yeah.
Cool. Arse end, right?
Or what? It's actually called Arsens, but everyone
Right.
calls it the arse end of nowhere as a joke because of the name.
Cool.
Everybody stay on alert, stay calm. We don't want anyone else getting arrested.
So yeah, you
On
enter. It's quite lively. Everyone's sort of in fairly good spirits. Riv would recognise some of the people as the people that she saw attending the wake earlier. So she'd recognise a few of the people sat at a table. We're just going to say here in this corner in the bottom right. And then obviously you've got just general people sat about drinking and the bar staff, etc. The bartender and a staircase leading upstairs and a door that leads out the back.
Quite cheery music for a wake, isn't
Oh no, there's some of the people that were at the wake are there. This isn't the wake anymore. The wake's ended.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is just
like,
the general pub, and some of the people from the wake are still there drinking.
cool.
I think we need to blend in. I don't think they'll be happy for people just to turn up and start asking questions. At least if we get a drink, we can try and find out what we can in general conversation. Yes, please. Make it a nice one.
Okay, so he'll sort of look at you, yeah, and look at your friends. And go, 4 gold. You asked for the finest whiskey. Yeah, and he pours you 4 shots of whiskey, and then you see somebody come up near you and go, "Cheapest whiskey, please." And then you're pretty sure you see him pour it from the same bottle. No, and I'm 101% sure it weren't, mate. He's gonna smirk and go, fair enough.
I'm gonna sniff the whiskey and down in one.
It's okay whiskey. It's not the worst whiskey. It's not the best whiskey. It's okay whiskey.
Riv doesn't look too sure. She's not a big drinker, so she just takes a tiny little sip, but and passes the rest of it on to anyone else who wants it.
Yeah, you can certainly try. We've got whiskey, and we've got other whiskey. That one, and he points to the same one that he sold Baltair 4 shots of for 4 gold. If he's looking. I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted. He'll pull out a slightly dustier looking bottle and say, "This one." We don't do free samples. Is it a silver for a sample? And he just sort of pours you sort of a half measure of each. What would that come under?
Perception?
Possibly. We're going to determine whether you can tell if there's any difference between these two first. Yeah, roll perception. That's probably the closest thing. They're exactly the same whiskey. You can certainly try. Yeah. Yeah. We'll say that's fine. He goes, "Go on then. You've seen through me, haven't you?" And he pulls out a slightly nicer looking bottle. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Does Baltair drink it? Roll perception. It's exactly the same whiskey. Yeah.
Yes, after all this is seen what's happened at the bar, Hale is just going to walk up to the bar and just be like, "Sir, first I want to say your selection of whiskies are fabulous. When we arrived in town earlier on, the place was shut. I don't mean to pry, but can you tell me why it was closed?"
We had a wake on.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope it wasn't anybody you're close with.
One of the fighters. I mean, just one of the regulars.
Would you tell me their name? Me and my friends, we will toast, raise a glass to show our respects.
Yeah, sure. His name was Steve.
Steve?
Not Steve.
Is Steve was a local lad?
No, he came to us from across the seas.
Did you wouldn't happen to know if he came alone, did you?
Yeah, as far as I know.
No.
Apart from when he took a wench back to his room on a night. Wee.
Well, thank you very much, and condolences for your loss. And Ailman will walk back and tell everybody that.
When you say condolences, should not say, "Oh, no need for condolences. The only thing it lost me was money on the fight. I mean, the drinks."
Oh, okay.
Ask about the fight.
Can I see if there's any shady types around?
Yeah, do a perception.
I don't know if I heard you say fights there, but I may have a friend who'd be interested in.
Do a perception to see if you caught him saying fights for me, please, Haleman.
Yeah, perception is a 13.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you heard him say fights, but you're not 100%. You're pretty sure, but not 100%
Yeah.
sure, but pretty sure. And Riv, you can see a couple of people playing cards that look like they might be slipping things up their sleeves and cheating. No one that looks particularly dodgy, but people that look a bit dodgy. Well, you'd be near enough the bar, yeah, but you were back at the table feeling smug about getting a better deal on
Yeah.
whiskey than Voltaire. Well, Haleman wanted to ask about the fights as well. Riv was looking for dodgy people. What was Riv looking for specifically?
I was just gonna kind of tap anyone for
Try and
information,
sidle up to someone dodgy and tap
But-
them for info.
but I
Okay.
think I'm gonna have to tap out because I'm starting to feel quite tired now. So I need
Right,
to catch up
okay.
on my sleep. So I will let you guys carry on.
Yeah,
And,
no problem.
And if Angela, you let me know when you're done with the recording, I'll watch it and pop it up for everyone. Right. Okay.
Night, Cat.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Look after yourself, Cat. Bye.
Okay. Speak soon. Bye.
Bye. So we'll just say that Riv's now talking to some of the punters. Scott Haleman wanted to ask about the fights, and Fuego wanted to suggest a sure thing.
Yep.
What was the sure thing Fuego was wanting to suggest just before? All right, okay. Well, we'll get some info on the fights, and then we can go back to the sure thing. Yeah, Hellman said, I'm pretty sure I heard you talk about some fights. Bartender's response will be, fights? No, I didn't say anything about any fights. What fights? And he's just going to sort of look around all shifty.
Just, it's a shame, because if there was fights, I happen to know someone who, as memory serves, I've never seen him lose a fight. A very, very good friend of mine. He's always up for a scrap.
Say I did know something about potentially some fights. Where is he? Because none of this lot that you came in with look like they'd be particularly handy in a fight. And he kind of glances at Voltaire.
He Haleman will give a stare, is just like, just wait, Balter, just wait. Just giving you a... He's resting. He likes to keep himself in tip-top shape. He's resting from a beating he gave somebody we met on the road only yesterday.
Oh, I know. This will be that thug that got locked up, won't it? Yeah, I heard about it from the other fellas down the other. That's funny.
I was just gonna say, cut to Henreck just passed out in the cell.
Yeah,
Punching
no, I
me.
heard about it on the local pub watch about that fella getting himself arrested down the other pub.
You see, what people don't realise is he's a very smart guy. He's only done that just so he didn't have to pay for lodgings for the night.
He could have won his lodgings for free here in the fight. I mean, he could have paid for some lodgings here for very cheap.
Well, we're new to town, so we didn't know about if you had space, prices, whether or not there were any fights. I mean, if there was any spare rooms. So, but I think we understand each other. And Haleman is just going to slide 2 gold coins over and just be like, if there was any information about fights, I would have a keen ear for that.
He will take the 2 gold.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. He'll slip that in his pocket. Now, Fuego wanted to suggest a sure thing, so I assume this is where Fuego would interject and say, well, if it's fights you're talking about, I've got a sure thing for you. Is that the sort of thing, yeah? Oh, you were going to suggest getting... Right. Ah, right, okay. That's fine. We've covered that. That's fine.
Good
Well,
thinking.
whether or not I may or may not know about any fights or not fights or something, I certainly wouldn't tell you to head down the back of the pub and down the stairs into the lower bar, because there's definitely not a lower bar that anyone may or may not need to know about.
Okay, yeah, well, no, we know nothing about no back door.
And he's just going, oh, what's that? Oh yeah, I'm coming now, and he'll just head over to somebody else with a drink.
Yeah. So I will just, if Way goes there as well, I'd just be like, damn it, why did he have to get arrested today?
The one time, the one. I was, I'm, I'm gonna, I'm gonna be doing the same, guys. I'm gonna be tapping out. Then yeah. No,
I mean, if we're losing almost half the group, we can pause for now if you want, and then
I think it'd be best because I'm going to have to shoot shortly.
yeah, we're losing pretty much everybody now. We've sort of petered out. So yeah, if we're wanting to pause it now, that's fine.
so Henreck's getting